Sunny and I met back in November of last year in person. We were both in Playa del Carmen, where Sunny lives, and I was visiting there. And as soon as I saw her, I knew that she would be a perfect friend and perfect companion to be part of this book project. And so, as you know, we have launched our book now, The Awaken Souls, Stories of Becoming and Healing. And Sunny is one of the writers, and she has a beautiful story. And she's just a beautiful person. So that's how we came about together, and that's how we came about in the book. And so, Sunny, please introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Oh, thank you so much, Melanie. And honestly, I am just so grateful to be a part of this project. It's been amazing. I mean, you've gathered such a beautiful group of people, mainly women. I was about to say women, but there is one man. So you've gathered such a beautiful group of people, and it's been such a pleasure to be involved and, and to be a part of your energy and what you're creating and contributing to the world is really, honestly, such an honor. So thank you so much. Yeah, so my name's Sunny Dawson. I live in Playa del Carmen in Mexico. I feel very grateful every single day of my life to live in such a beautiful place of the world. And quite frankly, I just want everyone to do that, or everyone to live in a place or an environment that lights them up, and for them to be doing what is most meaningful for them in their lives. And that's definitely part of my life's work. And I think to get there, you need to be really authentic and true to yourself. And what I've really understood over decades now, is that really becoming true to who you are and, what you want to be doing or how you want to be contributing to the world, takes some time. There's
Mhm.
layers that and patterns that we've grown up with in terms of societal expectations, family expectations, all these expectations,
Mhm.
which it takes some time in terms of my experience to be able to peel back these layers to get to who you really want to be. And honestly, it took me decades, but I don't want it to take decades for everybody else. I want everyone to be living their dream, as quickly as possible, obviously. And everyone's dream is different, and no one dream is the same. And that's what's beautiful about the human race, I think. And but just to be doing what lights people up, because we have limited time here. We never know how limited that time might be. And so we should be doing something that's really, really meaningful for us. And I guess I've just been through so many stories, and in terms of, stepping into who I am supposed to be. And because I've lived a long time already, and I keep on thinking, I can't believe I'm already in my mid 40s, but there's this kind of, you trying to do a retrace. Really? Am I really this old?
I
But
love
yeah, it's such a layering. So I mean, one of the key themes from my childhood is that I was born a psychic medium. I am from a line of psychics, but because I grew up in a very religious household, it was like very frowned on in terms of anything out of what was prescripted in the Bible, or this version of the particular Bible anyway. And so I had demons cast out of me as a little girl because I saw
it.
spirits and all sorts of things, and that really wasn't condoned for little girls. So I shut down my gifts, and I received, the whole breadth of abuse throughout my childhood. And that caused me to be, to hide really, and to hide most of the parts of myself. And so then it's been an unraveling. And that particular unraveling happened when I was halfway through my law degree in law school. And I had a sleepless night. And one of the things that's unusual about me is that I've generally been able to sleep well. That's unusual for a child like of my background, because usually people from substantive abuse don't sleep that well. So I've been blessed. But I had this one sleepless night, and I had this clear vision that if I didn't do something to understand my childhood, that I would end up 40 years old, a partner of a law firm in town, and I would have a heart attack and die. I was studying law, if I didn't mention that already. But yeah, I would have a heart attack and die. And so, because of this clear vision, I was just like, okay, I need to do something about this. So I found a specialist psychologist who specialized in childhood abuse and trauma. And she just basically helped me understand what happened to me. And I am so grateful to her every single day. And so I use psychology a lot in my practice now as well, because it's so valuable to intellectually and emotionally understand where things come from. But it was amazing. So she put me back onto a healing journey. And then after a period of psychology, I wanted to, expand. I sort of wanted, I felt like there was something else, but I hated religion because of what happened to me. So but then eventually when I started yoga practice, and there was a girl in my yoga who was into Reiki, and she offered to do Reiki for me. And then that started to expand. I did a course in Reiki, then I did a course in angel therapy, then I did a course in theta healing, and a whole range of other things. And everything really opened up, but I was still secretive. I still didn't want to reveal myself because I wanted to be a normal lawyer, and, because being a lawyer is somewhat normal, I think. It's a standard kind of job. But I did all of, like, I started doing readings and healings and all sorts of things on the side, but I was still maintained, a normal kind of job. And it just took me until Mexico just to fully, so that was like 3.5 years ago when I moved to Mexico, just to fully give everything up. And even though I actually loved everything I've ever done, because, if I'm contributing to the world, then I'm contributing. I always worked in as a bleeding heart lawyer, giving free legal advice to people who can't afford legal advice. So I've always loved everything I've done. So there's been nothing wrong with anything I've ever done. But
Right.
I know that I'm helping people so much more in doing what I'm currently doing than when I was in law, because the law is very kind of rigid and frameworked. And it's also about win lose, but I really believe that everyone should win. So I know in my current work, so I work, two main things that I do is I'm a psychic medium intuitive reader. And secondly, I'm a transformational therapeutic coach. So I work intellectually and emotionally with consciously with people's unconscious to unravel the key core wounds and their blocks that are currently in their life, and where that comes from, which is always early childhood. And then healing that so that they can open up and be more free and decide to do what they most want to do with their lives, i.e. live their dreams, which is my passion.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So that's just a little bit about me. Yeah. And my story.
I love it. And I do love your journey and your openness about it, your ability to share so freely. And your chapter is extremely moving. And I know that it's in line with who you are. You're just so genuine and open and able to connect with so many, I know for a fact, from that experience and from that rigidity that you suffered from. So
Mm.
I know that as people read your chapter in our beautiful book, they're going to really connect with that aspect of themselves and hopefully will reach out and get some help to free themselves from that past and really blossom into the flower that you are now. Wow, you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Melanie. That's super kind. Yes.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's all about, like, which I think you've done as well. Like, it's all about making brave choices, but often we just need to start somewhere to
Mhm.
make it, you know, a braver choice to become that bit freer. Mm.
Mhm.
Do you feel that in your life as well?
Yeah, totally. And I still have definitely doubt and anxiety around those small choices and big choices and really big choices in a good way. I think it
Yeah.
just shows that you're really expanding. Growth is in the discomfort, they say. And so I'm hoping that I'm on the right track and really enjoying the journey, that's for sure. And
Yeah.
people like you along my journey makes it so much more valuable. Yes.
Absolutely. And same here, without question. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everyone watching, grab the book. There are 8 writers in this beautiful book. Yes, mostly women and Tom.
I'm just gonna
And it's
record from
awesome.
my
Oh, little photo.
hi.
I
Yes, a
love it.
little bit.
And it's a really great read, and it's really moving, and it's really transformative to find yourself in the pages. And so, thank you so much, Sunny, for joining me today.
Thank
Everyone
you.
watching, please reach out to Sunny. You're going to learn so much from her, and you're going to grow, and it's going to be in a really beautiful way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend ahead. Happy
Thank
Lionsgate.
you.